Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about a report from Ian Rapoport that talks about how Antonio Brown, Carlton Davis, and Sean Murphy-Bunting could all return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after their bye week. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button if you do enjoy these types of videos, and leave your thoughts about all three of these players returning from their injuries potentially after the Bucs bye week down in the comment section below. In my opinion, this is an amazing report. This is amazing news. The Buccaneers have been dealing with so many stinking injuries so far this year. Jason Pierre-Paul, Richard Sherman, Rob Gronkowski, obviously Antonio Brown, Carlton Davis, and Sean Murphy-Bunting, among a few other guys as well that have missed a game here, a game there, or a couple of games here, a couple of games there, or in the case of Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy-Bunting, they've missed a lot of games. Antonio Brown, he's missed a handful of games himself so far this year. So this is great news. More reinforcements are on the way, and they are big, big reinforcements indeed. Let's start off with Antonio Brown. He did sustain an ankle injury in the Buccaneers win versus the Philadelphia Eagles. That has put him out of action the past couple of games for this team, and now it seems like he is the most likely to return to the team after the Buccaneers bye week, again, according to Ian Rapoport. Great news for the Buccaneers offense. I know they had Rob Gronkowski back a little bit in the Saints game, but he did get knocked out again very quickly after the game started. Bruce Arians had said that Rob Gronkowski probably shouldn't have played in the Saints game, so it was good that they realized that and took him out of the game quickly, so further injuries were not sustained. I imagine Rob Gronkowski will also be healthier and more ready to go after the bye week as well. But back to Antonio Brown, I've seen a lot of you guys talking, right, about how, man, Tom Brady benefits, a lot whenever Antonio Brown's on the field. Of course he does. Tom Brady's already the GOAT, but whenever he has a guy out there like Antonio Brown with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, not only does Tom Brady benefit, but the entirety of the offense benefits. Again, I've seen a lot of you guys commenting how Brady misses Gronk, Brady misses Antonio Brown. I will agree with you guys there, but I'll take it even a step further. I mean, the entirety of the offense misses both Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski. He is still one of the better wide receivers in the NFL, in my opinion, Brown is, and it's going to be a huge, huge, huge boost to this Buccaneers offense. And you could argue that if Brown was on the field versus the Saints, maybe that changes the outcome of that game. Same thing can be said with Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy-Bunting. We'll get to them in a little bit. But having Antonio Brown back potentially, starting with the Washington football team game, is going to be huge coming out of the bye week there for the Buccaneers offense, where they've got to get some things going, right? They've got to fix some of the small problems that they've been dealing with penalties, turnovers coming away from that Saints game. They're going to have a great time, in the bye week, correcting those mistakes. I do think they will get corrected, and having Antonio Brown back, I think, will do nothing but great things for this Buccaneers offense. Again, I can't say that enough times there. Now let's go to Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy-Bunting. Carlton Davis had sustained a quad injury a few weeks ago that did place him on the injured reserve. Sean Murphy-Bunting sustained a dislocated elbow injury that was done at the beginning of the season versus the Dallas Cowboys. That is your number 1 and number 2 cornerbacks potentially coming back after the bye week. I think it goes without saying that that would be amazing for the Buccaneers defense, who have been dealing with so many stinking injuries to their secondary, but mainly their cornerback position. I know Antoine Winfield Jr. has been dealing with some concussion problems this year, but Richard Sherman, who was brought in because of the injuries that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had been dealing with at the cornerback room, he has sustained an injury with his hamstring. And while he was active versus the Saints just a day ago, he has still, been dealing with injuries. He didn't play, I think, very much at all versus the Saints, so he is still hobbled. He is still hurt. D. Delaney didn't play versus the Saints either. He was another guy who was having to play a lot of snaps because of the injuries to the Buccaneers cornerback position. So, yet again, another guy who's getting hurt. I mean, Pierre Desir was the cornerback too in the game versus the Saints, and he did struggle. Now, I still like Pierre Desir, but he did struggle against the Saints. Jamel Dean, I think, has done a good, serviceable job, but even he's been dealing with injuries. Just all of these cornerbacks have been dealing with injuries, man. It has been just a wild scenario to see. And getting Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy Bunting back, potentially after the bye week, oh my gosh, it is going to do so many good things. But it does beg the question, what is going to happen to the Buccaneers cornerback room once all of these guys are back together and healthy? You're going to have Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy Bunting, Jamel Dean, Richard Sherman, Ross Cockrell, D. Delaney, and Pierre Desir as 7 cornerbacks that could potentially get some playing time. If it was up to me, I'd still have Carlton Davis at the 1, probably Sean Murphy Bunting at the 2, and then whenever he can move inside to play nickel, then you've got, say Richard Sherman there at the cornerback 2, maybe Jamel Dean at cornerback 4, I don't know. But there are going to be those questions that will come up. They've got 7 cornerbacks who have done good things for this team. I'm even throwing Pierre Desir and D. Delaney in there. I think they've done some good things for this team. So it's going to be definitely a question of what do we do with all of these cornerbacks now that everybody is healthy. But yeah, of course, this is going to be an amazing thing for this Buccaneers defense. They need these guys back in the worst way possible coming into this second half stretch here of this regular season and going into the playoffs as well. Great stuff, and I hope that all 3 guys will be back fully healthy and ready to go after the Buccaneers bye week. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts about all this down in the comments section below about Antonio Brown, about Carlton Davis, and about Sean Murphy Bunting all potentially being back after the Buccaneers bye week. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.